well, earlier this week when the vaccine started rolling out, I looked at the Pfizer. Oh, I know what it was. 60 Minutes had
Hmm.
a segment about the Pfizer vaccine. So I wrote down the names. They have a German company called BioNTech that they partnered with that really did a lot of the work in getting this vaccine out. Uh, the two people who own the company who talked on the show, I looked them up after the show. I, I don't know if you remember, but Germany in the past has had a lot of native resentment against Turks
Yeah.
immigrating there.
Yeah.
Well, the two people that own the BioNTech, the first guy, the husband, it's a husband and wife. He's a Turkish immigrant to PhD, all this stuff, and the wife's born in Germany, but she's the daughter of Turkish immigrants. And then when it went over to Pfizer, the CEO of Pfizer was a Jewish Greek immigrant, you know, and the lady that took the leading role in supervising 600 of their scientists in developing and testing the vaccine was a German-born scientist. So, like, all four of these people that 60 Minutes selected as people who got this vaccine out in an incredible time, they were all immigrants, you know, either to Germany or the United States. And I thought, where would we be right now without people like this?
Exactly. That's a mindset I don't understand when it comes to the whole situation. When we know it's like factual that a big part of, you know, the adventurousness of a country and development comes from the immigrant community, it's a bizarre mindset to be so against it. At least some compromise should be possible. We'll see. I mean, last couple of years, things have been really, you know, torn apart where everyone's on this side or that side. Hopefully, you know, Biden comes in and you know, kind of calms stuff down, because we can't really continue having this kind of like a nation divided like this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I grew up in California, it was a very solid Republican
Yeah.
state, and I didn't even know at the time. But I'm reading a book right now about the Japanese American internment,
Mm-hmm.
and the resentment against the Japanese was so bitter. You know, they put over 100,000 people in camps because they were so suspicious that they were aiding the Japanese war effort.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, there was never a single Japanese American person who was ever convicted of aiding the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't put the Germans and the Italians in camps. I want to posit that they didn't, because they were white and the Japanese just looked different.
Yeah.
And I think I mean, I totally understand that if you don't have experience working with people that maybe don't look like you, or English is they're not their first language, or they're not Christian or whatever.
Yeah.
At first, you know, you're a little like, it's just a little strange for you. But I spent a lot of my career going to rural areas like in the South and so on, where they've had doctors from Philippines and China and so on. And they were so suspicious of them in the beginning. And then after a while, it's like, you know, they're just people and they care about us and they're good doctors, and it all changes. And I think that's part of, you know, Benjamin Franklin thought Germans would never be loyal, that they'd never learn English. And Germans have been the people who integrated much faster than the Irish or Italians and all of that type of stuff. The Irish were kept out of the U.S. and they were scorned and everything.
Yeah.
But in 1924, when they put the first quotas, I mean, they gave the quotas to England, to Germany, and to Ireland. It's like all of a sudden these people were accepted, you know. And I just look at the way California is right now, And I see that happening in various parts of the US. And I don't think people are going to, like, oh, he's from China or he's from Iran or from India. It's just not going to matter any more than people's hair color after 10 or 20 years. And I think it's starting to happen in a lot of states. But I'm optimistic about it. I think we can all live together very well.
I hope you enjoyed this short clip from the material of the Immigration Lawyers Toolbox. If you want to get more information about becoming a premium member, just email me at info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com or visit the site immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com, where you'll see links to a lot of the information that we have for premium members, so you can get a better idea of what's there, as well as on the YouTube page for the Immigration Lawyers Toolbox. We have much more clips and material that's helpful. If you wanted to buy something a la carte, visit ilt.thinkific.com.